Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at right now. Listen, this is tough, man. This is tough. Final judgment. Tony Jigsaw Cutillo. Give me a follow. Obviously, at Judge Jigsaw on Twitter. Make sure you're subscribing to the stream and you're liking the page wherever you're watching this show at right now, whether it be Win Daily Sports, whether it be Heat Ratio Sports, whether it be the Final Judgment. Wow. Listen, I want to scratch my head right now. I really do. I just, again, for everybody who I talked to all throughout the day, for everybody I said to, I'm not sold. For everybody I said that I'm still concerned. For everybody I said that to, I hope that you're watching this right now. I hope that you understood what I was talking about. And no, it's not because I'm a hater, because we saw it all before. This is the same thing over and over again. I feel like I could go back a few games and just redo this show all over again. You were just called out. You were just called out on national television by Doris Burke. Yeah, that's you, James Harden. That's you, Joel Embiid, for basically giving up at home in front of your home crowd when you had the opportunity, when you still had an opportunity to at least show some heart and show some pride. I'll tell you, man, this is tough. This is really tough. You can't tell me that you want me to buy in right now. You can't tell me that I'm supposed to forget about everything. I'm supposed to forget about it all. Listen, I'm going to forget about the slow start. I'm going to forget about all that. I'm going to forget about the turnovers. I'm going to get I don't even know how long I can continue to talk like this for. I am so pissed off right now, okay, that I had to waste my time once again watching this garbage from this team, okay, who doesn't show up when we need them to. And you know what? We're going to spend the next couple days talking about Joel Embiid maybe being hurt, and that's okay. I'm still in. I still believe in this team. I believe in Doc. I believe in everybody. Listen, man, I'm just at the end of the day, eventually, you could call it whatever you want. You could say somebody's giving up. Well, guess what? You showed that you gave up at the end of that game. You showed that you gave up at the end of the game. You know who didn't give up? Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum didn't give up. So if everybody wants to dog Jason Tatum, everybody would talk about Jason Tatum soft. He can't ball. He can't play. Yo, man, he just punched you right in the mouth in Philly. Punched you right in the mouth. Listen, here's the biggest difference of that game. I'm sorry, my allergies are absolutely killing me right now. If you can see, my eyes are a little red. Somebody cut the grass. And again, it's killing my eyes. But at the end of the day, they made shots. We didn't. They show heart. We didn't. I mean, listen, you know what? The day in there, Tyrese Maxey showed heart, right? Tyrese Maxey, even George Niang showed a little heart. You know who showed no heart? James Harden showed no heart to me. Again, man. Like you say, this could be the worst loss I've seen in this process era. This could be. This is, to me, this is worse than the Atlanta loss in Game 7. This is worse, man. This is worse. And this is what I was afraid of. I'm tired of wasting my time. I'm tired of buying in. I don't want to hear about 7-game series. I don't want to hear about dogfight. This wasn't a dogfight. This wasn't a dogfight. This absolutely was not a dogfight. Say what you want. Boston kicked us in the grill for 3.5 quarters. We showed a glimpse of hope, and then we shut it down again. I mean, come on, man. James Harden, how many times are you going to pass to PJ Tucker and DeAnthony Melton? How many times? How many times are you going to try to cause a foul? You know they're not giving it to you. You know it's not happening, but you're still trying to do it. Listen, man, you can say what you want. This isn't on Doc. This isn't on Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers can't go to the Yellow Brick Road and go to the Wizard and grab a heart and put it into these players. He can't go and get some dog from Pat McAfee and put it into these players. He can't do it. You either have the horses or you don't. And you know what? Anybody challenge me, call me a hater, call me this, call me that. I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm telling you how I feel. Because from now on, whether they win Game 7, whether they go on to the next round and win I'm never, ever, ever going to feel comfortable. Ever. Because of this kind of letdown. This kind of letdown doesn't happen. It's different if we had a tremendous lead. It's different if we get hit by a buzzer beater, by a great shot, right? It's different. But we just got beat by guys like Malcolm Brogdon, who couldn't miss, Derek White, who couldn't miss. Marcus Smart. Marcus friggin' Smart. Listen, man, and again, how can you imagine? I know we hate Marcus Smart, but we would love him if he was on this team. You talk about a dude who's will to win, a dude who's will to win, man. Like, he just has tremendous heart. Never give up. You talk about, listen, you say what you want. You talk about Rocky. You talk about Rocky Balboa. You want to hear about that story? That's damn near Marcus Smart, man. He's playing on the other team. I don't see no Rocky Balboa here on the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't see that at all. I don't see any, I don't think Mick could come back from the dead and make these guys wake up when it counts. I mean, you're walking with 2 minutes left in the game, a minute and a half, minute 40 seconds. You're walking because somebody misses a shot? You're giving up? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous that we're doing this again. Trevor says, death, taxes, and Sixers falling to a closeout second-round series. Trev, this is ridiculous, man. I know you know. I know you've been here. You understand. You feel that, the disappointment. But you also knew knowing you like I know me, you didn't buy in either. You didn't buy in. My man Bill says, awful. Bill, I literally wanted to rip my TV out of the wall tonight. Says Harden looked like he was sleepwalking again. I can't with the inconsistent. Everybody wants to give Harden his roses, right? But here's what I said. And I did. I was one of those guys who said, listen, if you could do that kind of game that he had in Game 5, yes, that's the James Harden we need. But here's the problem. You obviously saw that your big man was hurting. You obviously saw that somebody else besides Tyrese Maxey needed to give a spark on that team and need to take it over. And what does he do? Instead of taking it over, he's passing to DeAnthony Melton. He's passing to PJ Tucker. He's getting through the lane and he's trying to get it over his head and throw these lackadaisical passes up because he doesn't want to be the guy, man. He doesn't want to be the guy. Like, what's Doc going to do? He's going to send him another Motown music song to help him wake up after this game? Come on, Doc. Can you give him a little material? Can you help him? I mean, listen, for everybody who told me I was dead wrong about saying I shouldn't be concerned, where your MVP has to, when a game on the line, has to be punked, has to be told that he needs to play harder, that this is his moment. Are you kidding me? When your second line scorer and James Harden needs to hear a music song from Motown's finest, from Doc Rivers, to get motivation to be able to actually play to his abilities. And now to close that game, you got both these guys walking off the court. Come on, man. Like, tell me, make it make sense. Make it make sense for me. I don't understand. Like literally, what do they think it's okay? We're just gonna go to Boston and close it out? Is that what they feel? Oh my God, man, it's killing me. My man Adam says all Tatum does is shoots threes, no layups. And you know what, Adam? I don't care. Here's the thing: I don't care. You know what Tatum did? Tatum was ice cold. Tatum shot like complete dog shit in for 3.5 quarters. But you know what Tatum didn't do? Tatum didn't give up. I don't care. Tatum didn't give up. Tatum said, "Give me the ball. I am the guy on this team, and I'm going to prove it." And what did he do? He dropped some daggers right in our face. He kicked us right in the grill. I take that kind of effort any single day from one of my damn players, but we don't have that. We don't have that kind of effort. Bill says he's a bad actor, Harden, not a winner, just point poster when it doesn't count. All the time, Bill. All the time with James Harden. My man Javon checking it says Sixers prove once again why they are a third place team in this city. Fantastic comment, Javon. Fantastic comment. Again, just consistently letting this city down and letting these people down. Unbelievable. My man, see you checking in. Says, if it makes you feel any better, at least you're not a fan of Washington sports franchises. See, at least you just made me laugh a little bit. You just made me laugh. Here's the thing. I'm sitting on the sofa. My allergies are killing me. My eyes are killing me. I feel like complete dog shit. And I was like, I'm not even going to go downstairs and do a post-game show tonight. I didn't feel like doing anything, but I was so pissed off that I wasted my night to watch that junk again. That junk. That just complete disappointment. I don't even know where you go from here. I don't. We're going to Boston. Listen, man. Listen. You know, you you had every opportunity to prove the narrative wrong, right? They were absolutely riding the Boston Celtics all night. Doris Burke couldn't get enough of Al Horford, couldn't get enough of Robert Williams, couldn't get enough of Marcus Smart, right? She couldn't get enough of it. It was all day long. The narrative was there. It was there the entire game, and you had an opportunity to change it. You had an opportunity to change it, and you didn't. You took that opportunity and you shit all over it once again. Listen, Jason Tatum was 5 of 21. 5 of 21 for 23% from the field, 4 of 11, 36% from three. At one time, he was 0 for 11. And guess what? He finishes with 19 points, and one of the main reasons why they win that game. One of the main reasons why they just to give you an idea, the Boston Celtics had one guy in the minus on plus and minus, one guy, and that was Derek White. Every single one of their players was in the positive. Every single one of their players was in the positive. Where we look at our players and we have our tremendous effort by Tobias Harris. So shooting 14%, 1 for 7. Thank you, Toby. Thank you again for your minus 10. Appreciate it. And no Doris Burke. I don't care about his defense right now. Okay, I'm not paying him $40 million to be a defender. I'm paying him $40 million to shoot the freaking basketball. I'm paying him $40 million to actually not get stuffed on a soft-ass finish at the rim. That's what I'm paying him for. Okay, not to go 1 for 7 and 14%. Check me if you want to. I really don't care. Okay, I really don't care. Tyrese Maxey, obviously 26. Joel Embiid, 26 and 10. Okay, a gutty effort, but at the end, played with the worst body language I've seen an MVP play with in a very long time. And it's exactly what I was talking about when PJ Tucker got up in his grill, okay? Got up in his grill and said, yo, man, this is the playoffs. Yo, we need to. He had to get up in his grill and explain to him how big the moment was at home on his court. And I said I was very concerned, not about his health, about his attitude, about, again, being defeated when you are the main guy, when you are the centerpiece of this Philadelphia 76ers team. So, you know what? I'm sorry, but that was absolutely ridiculous. James Harden with a minus 10. Okay, with a 4 of 16. Thank you, Houston Rockets, James Harden. Thank you very much for showing up and showing us who you really are. Javon says this team once again struggled early to defend the 3-point range and would set the tone immediately. Can't win every game trying to come from behind. I mean, listen, that the first half was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. I mean, this in the first half, I mean, you felt it. You start to feel it slip, right? You start to feel it slip right away. You were like, okay, if Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon are going to shoot the lights out and Jason Tatum can't even buy a basket and they're still winning, we have a problem. But again, nobody besides Tyrese Maxey decided to even give us any kind of a spark plug. Maybe Niang with those couple threes. It played some really good defense. I'll give him that. But man, listen, you're not. I'm going to say this again, and this is the last I'm going to say it. You're not winning in the playoffs relying on DeAnthony Melton and George Niang and PJ Tucker. Make no mistake about it. You're in the playoffs and you're picked by the city to hopefully go to the Eastern Conference Finals because you have Joel Embiid and James Harden, not even Tyrese Maxey. Okay, so when those dudes come up soft, okay, at the end, and I'm looking directly at James Harden, whether it be both those guys or one of those guys. Okay, James Harden needs to take that game over, and he showed once again he's not capable of doing that on a consistent basis. Okay, that is a major fail in my opinion that happened tonight. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. And listen, Tobias Harris, I'm not even going to give him the airtime anymore because I just can't. I can't because we've gone into this numerous times and it is the same result inside and out. Now we have to wait till Sunday. And honestly, I like, what do you even feel for Sunday? How do you even get excited for Sunday? Think about that. Everything you did was put into this game. All your energy, all your emotion. And you know what? I'm not even listening to Doc Rivers. I'm sure Doc's going to come out and tell you, oh, it's two great teams, this and that. Nah, man. Listen, Doc, please call it the way it is, man. Call it the way it is. Your guys did not play up to the task. Simple as that. Simple as that. I know you want to be a player's coach and you don't want to signal people out, but they did not play up to task. They really didn't. You said it yourself. When we're moving the ball, that's when it's working. And tonight they did not move the ball. They stood stagnant. They were tripping over each other. They had no answer for the defense of the Boston Celtics. Zero answer. And guess what? At the end of the day, they just couldn't defeat the lead. Right? They got the lead at one point late in the fourth quarter, but again, it was a game of runs. But unfortunately, except for the one run by the Philadelphia 76ers, it was the one run, one after the other, the Boston Celtics that could put a stranglehold on the game, man. I mean, Javon, exactly. You can't get excited for Game 7. You just got to sit there and watch to see what they show you. I mean, you can't even get up for it. How do you even get up for it? How do you get up for it? Like, look, man, I'll be honest with you. My mom checking it says, I'm so sad. For all the moms out there, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because now you ruined Mother's Day, right? You ruined Mother's Day. Like, think about that. You had the opportunity to take care of everything and make this a stellar weekend. But now all of a sudden we all have to wait in angst and we have to figure out again. Number one, there's so many different narratives that we have to think about in this game. And that's, do we think about, do we get excited because, we could possibly win a Game 7 because we've shown that we love that we could win in Boston. I'm going to tell you what, man, the odds are really stacked against us going to a Game 7 and winning in Boston. You can say what you want. And are they going to exert so much energy that if they absolutely do get past Boston in a game 7, a game deciding game, that they're going to come back? Are they going to have enough energy to continue? I mean, think about it. Like, there's so many things to think about right now. That's why I think this is the worst, in my opinion, the worst loss of this process era right here. I don't care about the double bounce. I don't care about Miami. I don't care about Atlanta Game 7. I care about this. I care about this. And Javon Jackson says, remember the Sixers ruined Father's Day a couple of years ago in Game 7. I mean, listen, they just love to ruin holidays. They really do. But what they do is they love to ruin the spirit, okay, and the excitement of the Philadelphia 76ers fan base. Again, I coach 16, 17 youth soccer, and I coach a tremendous amount of gifted and well, very athletic and well educated and mannered kids, which are I love them to death, every single one of them. And I'm the first one to check their heart and to check their emotions on the sleeve. What when they don't show up for a defining game, right? So it's not being like I'm not protecting them. Okay, you're not doing any good by protecting them. You have to get up in their face. You have to challenge them. Okay. And I'm sorry, but this team doesn't want to be challenged. They don't step up to the challenge. And that's the biggest problem. And it's the same culture that we've watched year in and year out with this team in this city. I can't. Javon says most Sixers fans like me don't watch this team during the regular season because of these moments. It's sad. It really is. It's sad. And again, I mean, we're going to be told that we have to stand behind our team. We're going to be told that we're fair weather fans, but nah, man, that's not it. Listen, for all you national pundits out there and all you national radio hosts and podcasters and things of that nature that want to call yourself knowing Philadelphia, you have no clue. You have no idea what we've endured. You could say whatever you want. You could say whatever you want about giving up on our team. You could say whatever you want, but it means nothing. It has zero credence until you're able to walk in a day in our shoes as a Philadelphia 76ers fan in this town and go in every single year with the same the debilitating feeling, the same disappointment, man. My mom says, "What the hell?" They did have it in Mother's Day, exactly, Mom. They're ruining Mother's Day once again, and just think about that. Not only are they ruining the schedule on Mother's Day, because now they're going to put their emotions in that entire day, up and down. And if they do lose, they make it an even terrible day because they're losing. Like I don't even want to watch. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even want to watch. I was so invested, and this is what I like. How do you feel? And let me know. Check it on the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe in the stream. I don't even. I usually have a whole doc of things I want to talk about. That's how I run my shows. You guys know that. But right now, this is just an emotional vent session for anybody joining in. Anybody wants to comment, let me know. But just for me, I invested so much into tonight. So much into tonight. Sitting there watching with my boys, hoping that I was going to get a moment. I was going to get a moment where we could talk about. I mean, listen, you all remember. I was even talking to them about 2001, those game 7 games against Milwaukee and Toronto. I was like, man, the moments I have of watching those games, AI going against Glenn Big Doll Robinson back and forth, AI going up against Vince Sanity back and forth, 50-point games, right? I mean, so many different things that I remember for the good. And I felt like, you know what, I'm going to get that moment with my boys. At least, we got the World Series. I know we lost, but we had moments, right? What are the moments that we get here? You basically you strip that moment away from me, and I'm not getting it back. I'm not getting it back, and I'll forever hold that against you. And I think that's the way a lot of Philadelphia fans feel. And people are going to say we're wrong, but we're not wrong. This is the only way you can feel, man. It's the only way. And you know what? If you went down swinging and you consistently threw haymakers out there, and you could like, I wouldn't even be sitting here venting like this. But to give up, to give up, and I'll say it again, go back and rewind the footage. Maybe you weren't looking at the screen. Maybe you were so mad that this game you knew was kind of, it was slipping away at that moment. Maybe you looked away, but go back and watch a minute and 45 seconds left in the game, and an embarrassing moment to where your two players, your leaders are supposed to be Joel Embiid and James Harden, basically gave up, walked down with tremendously bad body language, and got called out by a national reporter, a national analyst. I'm sorry, my mind is just. I get called out by a national analyst, so everybody to hear. It's embarrassing, and it just can't happen. Javon says the Phillies went to the playoffs for the first time with their core, gave us moments than the Sixers crew. Exactly. They gave us way more moments, Javon. So many more moments, man. So many more moments. I mean, listen, you're right, Ma. They were great memories. Those games, in 2001, tremendous memories, right? Tremendous memories. Like, let me ask you, what good memories do we have with this process team in the playoffs? And that is what's concerning. What memories do we have? in the process era of the playoffs. Like, we just have bad memories. Nothing good. Nothing defining. And that is sad. That is sad. And honestly, I have no more to say, man. I am so distraught right now, so emotionally distraught. Usually I could bring the energy and I can consistently talk about, over and over again. Um, yeah, you're right. You bring up the one, Javon, an MB game winner in the first round against Toronto. Yeah, that's about it, right? I mean, we have some regular season moments, right? About it. I mean, one of them is TJ McConnell winning against the New York Knicks on a turnaround shot. I was actually there at the stadium at Wells Fargo for that game. It was so exciting. Again, but regular season, and again, it's TJ McConnell. All the phenomenal players, right? All right, James Harden, technically won that game in game 4. I get it, right? Okay, but as many years you've been in the playoffs in the process area, and that's all you have. You can you can at least triple the amount of moments on the negative side when we start talking about it, and that's the problem. That's the problem. And again, it just it's continued to happen. And I will say this again, and I'll continue to say this tonight to me is not on Doc. It's not on Doc. Doc was trying everything. Doc understood. Doc understood what was that. That Doc understood. Doc put them in the right position. Doc put that. Let's see, he made a couple right moves by putting Niang in, and Niang was a spark, right? He took the 2-man game from James and Joel and put it with Tyrese and Joel, and Tyrese was a spark plug. So again, a lot of that is Doc making adjustments. And again, tonight wasn't on Doc, man. Tonight was on the players. My man DC checking in. Danny Cox says, "Do you think they bring Harden back?" Man, I think Harden's gone. I do. I think he, like Dan, I mentioned about this before, and I'm going to say it again. James Harden does not want to be the guy. I think if you notice that tonight, right? He doesn't want to be the guy. He wants no spotlight. He doesn't want media coverage. He doesn't want to talk on a microphone. He doesn't want to be a point guy. He doesn't want to take a shot. That's James, James Harden. Like I said, I'll continue to say it again. You can laugh. You can call me an idiot. You can say whatever you want. But James Harden wants to go to a team that has low expectations. Okay. You've never heard. Here's the thing. You never heard James Harden say, "I want a ring," right? You heard James Harden say, "I want to get Joel Embiid a ring." But you never heard James Harden say, "I want a ring." Because guess what? To be honest with you, I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to get paid and he wants to play the game when he feels fit to play. And I think that is absolutely why all these rumors, man, when there's smoke, there's fire. So when you keep hearing this Houston narrative, it's real. It's 100% real. He goes to Houston. He makes his money. He goes to the strip clubs. He makes it rain. He's got no pressure on his shoulders. He's got no microphones in his face, and he's got no expectations. He's got no expectations. That's what James Harden wants to be. If you don't think that, you're blind. And that's not talking to you, Dan. It's just talking in general. If you think James Harden is really here for the better good, come on, man. Come on. You need to wake up. That's not who he is. He's never going to be that guy. He didn't go to Brooklyn to be the guy. He went to Brooklyn to be a piece. He's always wanted to be a piece. He didn't want to be the guy. He never wants to be the guy. Never. Every now and then when he steps up and listen, like he stepped up in game 1, he was the guy. Stepped up in game 3 was the guy. Yeah, I get it. But you can consistently be the guy every night, every day, especially when your MVP is hurt. But you just proved that you don't want to be the guy. Javon says it's up to the players to make plays. Players get too worried about that. I'll tell you. I mean, Javon, another defining comment here, another sore spot for me. If I see these guys, you throw their hands up in the air one more time and try to force a foul call. I get animate on the sideline of my soccer team when my kids consistently don't play the whistles and consistently want to argue and bitch and moan to the referees, to the ARs, saying it should have been a foul, And again, the transition game kills us, right? And it's the same thing in basketball. Same thing with these guys. James Harden is sitting on his ass after he thinks he got fouled when the play's already continuing to go on. I'm so tired of us playing to a whistle and playing to fouls when we just don't play to our strengths. Just keep rolling, man. It is ridiculous that it goes on this long. Adam says, you think Joel will want out if they lose in the second round? Listen, man, I'm going to tell you. I said this again, Adam, and I'll continue to say this, that, if I'm Joel Embiid, and I'll be honest with you, Joel Embiid's got to look in the mirror a little bit tonight, too. Okay, you could say if he was hurt, I get it. You could say, oh, I dropped 26 and 10. I understand that. Okay, I get it, but there was times where we needed him to be a little more of Joel Embiid, and he wasn't that guy. And I get that nobody really stepped up besides Tyrese Maxey, but still, you are the MVP, so we're going to look at you, and we're going to continue to look at you. Javon says, let us fans worry about the fouls. And B did too much of that tonight. Yeah, he turned into James Harden, man. He turned into James Harden. And that's a problem. When you turn into James Harden, and what I mean by that, you turn into James Harden, always throwing the hands up and looking for the foul calls, right? All the time. And that's a big problem. We can't continue to do that. I don't know where we go from here. There's not this big adjustment for Doc to make. There is none. There's no adjustment. There's literally no adjustment. There wasn't anything that they were doing. Okay, great. I know Doris Burke wanted to sit there and give Robert Williams his flowers all night, and Joe Mazzulla for, making this, fantastic two bigs down low in the paint, this and that. Problem is we just didn't adjust. And not Doc, the players didn't adjust. Like I said, the players didn't make shots. Tobias Harris, 1 of 7 for 14% on notice. James Harden, 4 of 16 for 25% on notice. DeAnthony Melton, 0 points, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. A deplorable effort from the offensive side of the ball for DeAnthony Melton. George Niang comes in, gives a great spark, right? Shoots 66% for the field, 66% from 3, and hit very timely shots. Shots that damn near should have been enough. 86 points at home is not enough. 86 points at home is not enough. It's sad. It's embarrassing. And again, I just can't see it changing. There's a reason why. It's not just me. I'm going to close out by saying this. And again, make sure you follow me right here on the Fallen Judge page. Make sure you're liking, you're subscribing. If you're watching on Win Daily Sports, obviously make sure that you're following Win Daily Sports on all social formats and following and subscribing as well. And don't forget Heat Ratio Sports. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, and following as well. Again. But the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to end this here, okay, is, the narrative of us losing consistently in the second round is never, ever going to change if we don't come in and we just make shots and we play our game. If we don't play scared, if we don't play soft in front of our home floor. It's really sad that we're sitting here talking about the same thing over and over again. I'm downright sick of it as well. I don't want to be talking about this. I don't want to be sitting here talking about this. But, what I want to say is, obviously make sure you're following me always, and all the boys on Win Daily. The Win Daily Show on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on Sirius XM channel 87, Friday nights from 8 to 10. Saturday from 5 to 7, and Sunday from 7 to 9. I host every Sunday, 7 to 9 a.m. So make sure you check that out. I had the great Kai Carlin on with me. And again, give me a follow at KY_CARLIN. He's probably writing up his article right now. Beat reporter for the Philadelphia 76ers for USA Today. And go back and watch it. Go back to that interview. And you can pop it right up on the Win Daily YouTube page. You'll hear it. And the first thing that Kai Carlin told me is he still does not see this team getting out of second round. Now, that's before we were even playing Boston. That was before game 1 started. And he continued to tell me he has no confidence in this team to go any further because they haven't been able to show it to him. Because they still have these inconsistent moments where they do not show heart and they do not show effort and they give up. And that's sad, and it's downright embarrassing. And again, that's all I got to say. My man Dan checking in says, good job, Taylor. I tried, Danny. I'm trying, brother. 100%. I'm trying. But as always, I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate you coming in here to vent as well. Make sure you give me a follow. Follow the show page at Judge Jigsaw. If you follow it on Twitter and Instagram. If you're on Instagram, follow at Judge Jigsaw on Instagram. Got some great things going on, some great quote graphics and engaging posts going on every day. And not by me either, by my intern, who is doing a tremendous job on quotes and stats. You name it, he is doing a kick-ass job and just getting better. So again, until Sunday, I'll be honest with you. I think I'm going to play cornhole, and I'm going to enjoy my new griddle, and I'm going to grill, and I'm probably going to watch it sparingly at most, because unfortunately I have no confidence, and I'm tired of investing my hard-earned time, my very precious time, on a team that just rightfully decide to give up, even if they were thinking they were going to lose. You can't give up on your home court. Just not good enough, Sixers. Just not good enough. As always, like I said, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Some people have thoughts, some people have takes, but on this show, my man Fred checking in. What up, Fred? Wisp boy. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, Franny, if this team, before I get out here, if this team had a little of us Wisp boys in them, we would be sitting here talking a completely different narrative tonight. 100%. We would be celebrating our win. We would be called the aggressor. We would be called the dogs, but instead we're being called dogs for the wrong reasons. Just simple as that. As always, I appreciate everybody checking in. Make sure you leave the comments. I'll continue to work through the comments as it's on the Facebook page. Make sure you hop over to the YouTube page if you're not following yet already. The Final Judges. Just go search The Final Judges with Tony Cutillo, and it'll come up, and you get all the shows and interviews that I do there daily, and all the affiliates, as always, Win Daily and Heat Ratio Sports. Some people have takes. Some people have thoughts. Some people have takes. But on this show, you get the final judgment.